What's up, everybody? King of Thrift coming at you on this beautiful day in Texas. I'm out in my front yard in my driveway, just enjoying this beautiful weather. Today what I want to talk about is how eBay made me rich and how you too can get rich on eBay. So stay tuned. For those of you who have been to my channel before, welcome back. And for those of you who have never been, welcome. My channel is devoted to helping you survive and thrive in the eBay game. I will be teaching you how you can work from home, be your own boss, and create the life that you love. The dictionary defines rich as, actually in two ways. Number one is obviously money and plenty of it. Now the second definition of rich, which is what I'm talking about, which maybe some of you don't want to hear, but real riches, true riches, actually means abundance. And you can be rich in anything. You can be rich or poor in anything. You could have $10 million in your bank account and be the poorest guy on the planet. Because if you don't have friends, if you don't have love in your life, then you're poor in friends and poor in love, but rich in money, you're not really rich at all. And I think most of you would agree with that. eBay has made me rich. I'm not exactly eBay themselves, but having the ability to work on eBay, the ability to create my own hours, to be my own boss, and like I said, to create the life that I love. eBay has given me that opportunity. True riches all comes down to choices, guys. And to be truly rich is to have choices in your life. And the more choices that you have, the richer that you are. So to be truly rich is to have unlimited choice. Because I'm able to make my own hours and to be my own boss, and I have created the life that I love. And if you look around, you can see this is where I live, on the outskirts of Houston. I could live downtown, in a condo, in one of those big apartment buildings, with the glass, with the glass swimming pool and all that. But I mean, to me, this is what it's all about. This is 10 times better, 100 times better. And as you can see, there's basically no one around. I mean, my nearest neighbors are, is the ranch next door. Other than that, I mean, there's really no one that lives on this street anywhere close. But eBay has afforded me that opportunity. And if you guys tune in and subscribe, that's basically what I want to show you guys how to do. How to get out of the rat race, how to create job stability, and to not have to worry about whether or not you could be fired tomorrow. I mean, I have the freedom to if I don't want to work today, I can get up and just go fishing, take the day off and go fishing, or just take off in the middle of the day while everyone else is at school, everyone's at work, and go to the movies. Check out a movie that I know is going to be crowded as heck come this Friday, Saturday. When the whole world's going to be there. And why are they going to be there? Because they've been working all week. Or if I just want to work a 12 or 15-hour day, I can do that. And I've done all these things, and I do live, spontaneously. I don't have to, like I said, I don't have to be so rigid in my scheduling, which is great, which is fantastic. I love it. There was a time when I was very, when I was very hardcore as far as scheduling things and scheduling my time, and sometimes I still do now. Even when I tend to get out of balance, then I have to sort of tighten up. Which, like I said, this is that's the greatest thing about this life. Is that's the life that I love. I got into this game. I've been selling full time for about 15 years. I have been actually hustling for about 20 years, well, longer than that. Even in high school, I didn't have a job in high school. Actually, I bought and sold. And at that time, I was actually buying and selling car stereo equipment. That was my specialty. Around the year 2000, I actually got into eBay. A friend of mine showed up one day at my house, and like I said, I sold car stereos, and he'd come by, and I had a brand new Acura Tegra at the time, and I'd taken the factory stereo out to replace it with an aftermarket. Well, a friend of mine said, what are you going to do with your factory stereo? And I said, nothing. What can I do with it? So he said, well, I'll buy it from you for 25 bucks. I'll give you $25 for it. And I was like, hey, sure, why not? I was just going to toss it or put it to the side. Now you got to realize this was 1999. You couldn't just jump on eBay and find out what something was worth. And you couldn't just jump on eBay and list something and have it sold within a week or whatever. So this was before this was before the internet. We're talking about 1999 here. So a friend came over, and anyways, he bought the stereo, bought the radio from me. He came back a week later, he showed me where he had sold the radio for $250, a factory radio. Needless to say, I was a little upset. But at the same time, it had sparked my interest. I mean, I couldn't really be upset at him. He's just doing what people do. He's making a buck. So I wasn't upset. He was a good friend of mine anyway, so that was no biggie. But like I said, what it did is it actually sparked my interest in this whole thing. So me, just being a hustler by nature, what I did was that week, immediately, I jumped on eBay. I started looking at it. I was checking things out, and eBay was very new at the time. So a lot of people hadn't even heard of eBay. So I jumped on eBay, and what was on there? A bunch of Beanie Babies. And I have no interest in selling Beanie Babies. I don't know anything about Beanie Babies. But back in the day, that's what it was. That was what the site was mainly made up of, was probably Beanie Babies and all sorts of knickknacks. It was like just a glorified worldwide garage sale is what it sort of reminded me of. But nonetheless, I saw an opportunity there. What I did, I gathered up a bunch of junk. I say junk, but one man's junk's another man's treasure. It wasn't junk. It was just things that we hadn't used for a while, things that had been sitting around. So I considered it useless to me. So I gathered up, a bunch of things that had been sitting around my house for the longest time, and I sold them on eBay. And that first week, I made over $150, just on a bunch of junk that I wasn't using. And then some things would sell for $15, some things sold for $30, some things sold for $25, $15, $50. It was just like, different prices for different items. I had no idea what anything was going to sell for. At the time, I didn't even know how to do, research. Long story short, I listed a bunch of items and I made that money. I actually took that money, and I'm a long time thrifty shopper. I've been shopping at thrift marts since before I graduated high school. So I was still in high school shopping at thrift shops. So I was very familiar with the thrift shop game. Although at the time it wasn't a game, it was just a place to buy things on the cheap. So I headed down to my local thrift shop and took that $150 and I bought all sorts of things from the place. I had no idea what anything was worth. I was just going off instinct. You couldn't look anything up at the time. Hardly. Anything you wanted to look up, you had to jump in your car, drive home, jump on your computer, hit the dial-up AOL. You youngsters don't even know what that is, but they hit the dial-up and wait forever and a day to finally get online. Go through the web. The website doesn't even look like it did back then. Back then it kind of looked like Craigslist. With very few graphics. So you can see that's how long ago this was. But anyways, long story short, like I said, that's what got me into eBay. And after that, it was just a natural progression of more, listing more, picking up more items. And the next thing you know, I had what they call a death pile. Yes, I had a death pile in my kitchen, actually in my dining room, piled against the wall. And that was after I had filled up my, I was living in an apartment at the time, and that was after I had filled up my outside closet, which was considered a storage. It was a little, probably 3x3 room, and that thing was full, to the top. You could open the door and everything was just packed in there. But so that's how it started for me. At the time I was working at AT&T. I was a sales rep. I did mainly business-to-business sales, but we also sold. I would sell to anyone. I was a hustler, so I would sell. I would sell to one person. I'd sell one person like 4 phones. You know what I'm saying? So I was actually one of the top salesmen at the company. I was in the top 5. For my district, I was number 1, but as far as the company, I was in the top 5. I was a good salesman. I made a very good living. I quit that job to go into this full time. So I was making a good amount of money, plenty to take care of me and my family, plenty to live very comfortably, which we were. My wife was actually a nurse at the time, and she has since quit her job and is solely relied on my income. And she's been a home housewife for the last 14, 13, 15 years probably, because she continued working for about 2 years, into this. After about 2 years, I had sort of found my footing, and it sort of took off, so to speak. And we haven't looked back. It's the best decision I ever made. Like I said, I was able to quit, a high-paying corporate job with benefits, and to go into this full time because this is better. This is better, guys. Here I'm my own boss. I work from my home, and I am able to create the life that I love, literally. True riches is not money. Can you make $1 million on eBay? Of course you can. If you're willing to, sacrifice your time for money, then go ahead. I could have already made $1 million. I've actually made well over $1 million, but I'm not making $1 million a year. Even if I sell $1 million, last year or this year, I'm still not making $1 million. Out of $1 million in sales, I'm going to take home roughly, say $400,000. No problem, 400 grand. And that's because I deal in what I deal in are high margin items. So start now, guys. Start living the life that you love today. Get out there and hit a few thrift shops and hit some garage sales this weekend. Go out there and see what you can find. bring it home, list it on eBay, open your account, and list it on eBay and get started. Just get something going. It takes time. It takes time to build this thing. But I promise you, if you persevere and you continue, you press on, you will be successful. I will be putting out these videos. I'm trying to put them out as often as I can, but guys, this is not what I do full time. I'm a full-time hustler, eBay seller, reseller, and that's what I spend my days doing. So these videos, I've actually been wanting to get these out for the longest time. I just haven't found, I just really haven't found the time. But my mentor once said, if you want to get what you want in this world, then help enough other people get what it is that they want. And I think it's time to give back. And I'm not selling anything here. I'm just putting these out to give back, because I know that when you help people, good things are coming your way. And a lot of good things have come my way, and I think it's time to give back. So make sure you tune in, like this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to work from home, be your own boss, and create the life that you love. This is King of Thrift, and I'm out. Down in H-Town on highways a twist, baby. I hit the toll road, I'm looking for that gold, popping tags. Now it's time to take it home, let's get it sold. I'm in the thrift game, no I ain't about that fame. The record shops for 20 years in the game, man.